Hello everybody, this is John, W9EHU, and it's winter time, February. It's a good time to work on boat anchors. And at the present time I'm working on a Hallicrafter's HT-37 transmitter. It's built around 1960. It's AM, CW, and sideband. And one of the first things you do is naturally is replace all electrolytic capacitors and everything. So then you replace your rectifier tubes. And I'm going to take a rectifier tube and make it into a solid state plug-in. Tubes like this. Okay. This is looks like a size of a small rectifier. And what I did was, when I went to the Ham Fest, I would go around the tables that had a bunch of tubes for sale and beg the guy for, say, I need a couple of junk tubes. I don't want good ones because I'm going to break them. I'm going to smash them. All I want is the base. Okay? And what you want to look for is one with all the 8 pins. 8-pin base. Okay, so now, since this is a HT-37 transmitter and not some receiver that uses like a 5Y3 rectifier, which is a smaller diameter, these are a little larger. And I need the larger ones, I need 2 of them to fit into this HT-37. Now if I had a SX99 receiver with a 5Y3 tube, then it would be the smaller base. But so what you want to do here is you want to measure this with a caliper, so you know what size you need. And this comes out to be looks like 1 and 3/8, 1 3/8 diameter. That's what it is. The 5Y3 type are smaller. But you want the bigger one, because the way it fits into the HT-37, you want it to match. Now you'll have to have some tools to do this. One of the things you have to do right away is get a block of wood. Here's a piece of junk wood. And you drill a 3/4 inch hole. 3/4 inch hole. Down below is a 1 inch hole. And you do it with one of these here, keyhole saws or something like that they call it. Go to Harbor Freight or something, get the whole works, and you drill that through the wood. Because what's going to happen is when you get prepared the tube to make it a solid state plug-in, you need this block because you're going to plug in the tube base into the block. Okay. You do that after you break this envelope, I should say. Then you got to chip the glass out, so we'll go through that procedure. But that holds the tube, and when you're pounding with a hammer and a screwdriver as a chisel to crack the glass, you want to protect this, and the wood will protect the bottom of this thing, so you don't punch right on through. Okay, so that's what you need there. Also, when you get this plug-in circuit finished, you want to be able to cover it up while it's in the transmitter or in the receiver that you're using. So if you get in there and mess around, you don't get onto the high voltage and get across 700 volts or 300 volts. And what you do is you go to the hardware store, piece of plastic pipe, it's about 1/8 of an inch thick, and I got a scrap piece for $1.75. Okay, and this size here happens to be the inner diameter happens to be the same size as this, and that will fit in here like that. Alright, what you end up doing is you'll eventually cut a piece like this, and I got it marked off for drilling air holes, and then that will slip over the base here because the glass is broke off, but it will slip over that, and then you got a nice shield for your plug-in rectifier. This happens to be the high voltage one already completed. They got air holes around there. There's the base there. It just plugs right in. You can see the inner there. There's for the high voltage for the 737. I mean for the HT-37, you'll have to have 4 diodes in there, and then you're high voltage dropping resistor. But this lets the air get in here and then flow up like in a chimney to let the air out, so that the hot air will rise, and or the resistors in there and the diodes to keep them a little cooler. But anyway, we're going to go through the procedure now on how to develop this thing into a solid-state plug-in. Some guys say, well, why don't you just wire in the diodes below the chassis? Well, that's fine, but you're still going to have that 10-watt, several hundred ohms resistor down underneath there getting hot and putting all that extra heat in. And in the case of this HT-37, I got 2 rectifiers in there. So I want to have 2 10-watt resistors heating up below the deck, so to speak. And I like to have it up above the deck, because if I have a high voltage problem, I can always go lift the lid of the radio transmitter in this thing, and go in there with a probe and see if I got DC coming out of the rectifiers without tearing the whole thing out. Those things weigh about 75 pounds. You got to pull it out, so not a good situation. But anyway, we're going to go now, and I get the camera set up, and then we'll go through the procedure of breaking this thing. By the way, you have to have, I got glasses, but I put extra glasses on above that for safety. And you'll need a rag, small towel, little rag, and you'll need your waste paper basket right below your work area. So because when the glass breaks and all, you got to shovel it down inside there. Okay, just be careful, and it's up to you to safety first. Okay, I'm gonna get the lens of the camera set up, and then we'll be back.